Hey guys, Titanium J52 here with a review of Ninjago set 70665, the Samurai Mech. This set came out as part of the 2019 Legacy Wave, contained 154 pieces, 3 minifigs, and retailed for $15 in the United States. First, let's take a look at those minifigs. First up here, we have Nia in an updated Samurai X suit. She's got the classic build for the Samurai X helmet. Looks really nice. She has a double-sided face that is from the movie, based on the movie expressions. Has this really nice red armor piece, and then underneath she has some really nice torso printing with the little phoenix symbol that she always had in the samurai suits. And then she's got a lot of armor printing, some foot printing on the back, more armor. Not too much complexity of the armor because it gets covered up by this armor piece, but I think it looks good. I really like this minifig, probably my favorite of the set, and overall great minifig. Next up we have Cruncha. This is an updated 2019 version of Cruncha, if it would focus. There we go. He has this torso piece, which is not new. It also appeared on Frackjaw and Crazy from the 2016 Day of the Departed set, the Salvage MEC. So this piece is not new. The armor is new in black, only comes in 2 sets, I believe. This one and the Monastery Spinjitzu. The headpiece is shared by the new version of Whiplash. Another thing you'll notice is that these skeletons no longer have the boot feet. It's just regular old skeleton legs. He also, because of this new headpiece, is able to fit an actual minifig samurai helmet instead of having the skull and helmet one piece that he had in 2011. The back is simple, nothing too complex, and he's got a little sword there. And then the last minifig we've got is Knuckle. Knuckle has a new torso piece because of this blue sash printing. He's got a little bone axe here, which is a nice throwback. This headpiece to him is an exclusive because of the eye plating there. And he also has this cool mohawk in this tan color, which looks really nice. Definitely my favorite of the 2 Skullkin in this set because of the exclusivity of the pieces. So yeah, also doesn't have the boot feet, also looks pretty plain on the back, but overall a good fit. Now let's turn our attention to the Samurai Mech. If you look in here, there is a little cockpit cover piece, and you can just kind of stand Nia in there. She doesn't have any controls. Not really any room for them, but you can imagine that there'd be controls that she'd be pressing in there. This mech is the second version of the Samurai Mech that Nia had. The original version is much larger than this, but as Nia stated in the Legacy short that this appeared in, this is how she would design it today in the modern Ninjago day. It's a lot smaller, kind of reflecting how Ninjago mechs have gotten much smaller over the years, but it's got some nice points of articulation. It's also got these flag pieces, but articulation in the hips and feet. It's really well balanced, so you can kind of pose it like this and it stands just fine. The feet have a lot of balance, which I really like. And then the arms have a shoulder joint, an elbow joint, and a hand joint, which I think is pretty good considering the size of this mech. In this hand, you'll see she has a large sword in the mech, and then some shoulder armor. And then on this side, she's got a couple of katana swords hooked in there, which can double as just katana sword weapons for Nia to wield. And same kind of armor on this side. Kind of reminiscent of the cowcatcher pieces that were used on the original Samurai Mech. Up here, she's got 2 stud shooter cannons. Those shoot off like any normal stud shooter does. And those are reminiscent of the original cannons that she had on the original Samurai Mech. These I would imagine to be the thrusters because of the silver color and where they're positioned. And she's also got a flag with the Samurai X symbol on both sides. Most, I think, actually all of the detail you see here is stickers, but there aren't too many in this set, and I don't think any like detract from the look or are too unnecessary. I probably would have liked this to be a print, this symbol here, but other than that, I think it's overall pretty good. But yeah, that's really it for the Samurai Mech. As I stated earlier, this is a smaller, updated version of the original mech. At first, my initial impressions before I got this set was that it wasn't really good because it was small, but now I think I've kind of warmed up to it here, and it looks really nice. It's a lot more reflective of the mechs we have today, and I think it has a lot of articulation and balance to it, and they managed to put quite a lot of features and detail into such a small set. The minifig of Nia, really good, really like her. The Cruncha Knuckle figs, I like a bit. I think they're really good, but I think I would have liked them a lot more if we hadn't had the original Skullkin minifigs come out back in 2011, or if I had never been exposed to those. But I have to say, I prefer these in some sense. I do like the skull pieces, and I do like the ability to have the minifig accessories on them, especially for that mohawk in that color. That's a really nice piece. But I also think the heads are a bit undersized compared to how the skeleton heads were originally, and that kind of bothers me a bit, but it doesn't detract from this too much. But overall, I think it's a really good set. If you like the Samurai Mech, if you like this Nia suit, if you like the Skullkins, should definitely pick this up. It's pretty cheap, only $15. So it's more of like an impulse buy than it is like a save up for it set, at least for some people. So I would say that if you really like it, you can get it. But if you don't, you can skip it. It's not completely necessary to everyone's collection, but I think it's good and I would recommend it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you liked what you saw in this video, then feel free to like the video and subscribe if you're interested in my content. And leave a comment down below about your thoughts about this set. What do you think about it? Do you agree or disagree with my opinions? Or do you have something else to say? But that's going to be it. This is Titanium J52. See you guys in the next video.